A long, long time ago, there was a village called Umudi. It sat in a green valley with a singing river and very tall trees. In this village, people did not just watch the sun, they also watched two moons. A small fast moon called Hongwa, chased by a big calm moon called Higwe across the sky. Once every long time, they would meet and line up perfectly. This was called the Union of Lights. This special event started the festival of the twin moons. It was a night of great magic. People said that the spirits of past family members walked the earth. It was the best time to get a blessing or see the future. The most important part was a procession of whispers. 10 young women called echoes were chosen. Their job was to carry flaming torches to light the way for the village oracle, an old woman named Inemiri. She would receive a message from the spirit world on this night. This year, 10 young women were picked. Among them were two cousins who were as close as sisters, but they were very, very different. Chidera was practical and paid close attention to things. She noticed small details like how a lizard changes color or how a torch acts when it's running out of oil. She was quiet and smart, and the village elders trusted her. Ifunanya, whose name means love, was full of big feelings and big ideas. She laughed easily and could get anyone to follow her, but she often started things without finishing them. Everyone loved her, but they did not always depend on her. The other 8 young women split into 2 groups. 3 followed Chidera's careful way, 5 followed Ifunanya's exciting way. An elder named Dike gave them their torches called Hoa. His face was covered in old scars and he was very wise. The union of moons is tricky, he warned. The vision will not come at a time we chose. It will come when the moon touches the top of Udu Mountain. It could be early or very late. Your light must not go out. This fire is special. It helps the spirits. The oil must be clean and pure. The strings that burn must be of white cotton. Your mind must be focused and clear. Chidera listened carefully. She asked questions. How long does the best palm oil burn? What if the wind blows hard? She and her 3 friends, Amara, Nkechi, and Ebele, got ready with serious faces. They made their own pure oil. They prepared their torch strings with care. They practiced lighting the torches quickly. Ifunanya listened with a happy heart. Oh, it will be such a wonderful night, she told her 5 friends, Zizi, Ineka, Obiangeli, and 2 others. We will be the most beautiful echoes anyone has ever seen. We need new clothes. We should write a song to sing as we walk. Their preparation was full of fun and noise. They drew beautiful patterns on their skin with dye. They practiced the pretty song. They traded for the most colorful clothes. The job of preparing the torches were almost forgotten. It became just a thing they had to carry. They used the normal oil from the market and any string they could find. A young man named Kalu watched them. He was a very good torch maker. He had wanted to be chosen as a guard for the procession. His feelings were hurt when he was not picked. He saw Ifunanya's group not caring about the important tools. This made him angry and spiteful. On the afternoon of the festival, when the village was resting, he sneaked to where the torches were kept. He did not break them. That would be too easy to see. Instead, he put a dirty slow burning mix at the bottom of their oil container. He also made small cuts on their strings. Their lights would burn bright for a while and then die suddenly with lot of smoke. As the sun went down, the two moons started to move closer together. The air felt electric. The 10 young women met at the starting place. Ifunanya's group looked amazing. Their body art was beautiful and their song was lovely. Chidera's group looked plain next to them, but their touches felt strong and ready. They lit their torches as the sky grew dark. At first, all the flames were bright and wonderful. Ifunanya's group sang, their voices happy and loud. Chidera's group stood quietly, watching and waiting. An hour passed. The moon moved very slowly. The people of the village who were watching began to talk softly. The happy feeling started to fade. Ifunanya, Chidera whispered, "Your song is beautiful, but we should be quiet. The night is long." "If the night is long, we should fill it with happiness," Ifunanya replied, and she started her friends singing another song. 2 more hours passed. The small children in the crowd fell asleep. The torches of Ifunanya's group started to act strange. They made popping sounds and the fire burned a weird orange color. "Chidera," Amara whispered, "look at their fire. It looks sick." Chidera nodded, feeling worried. "It is not for us to say. We must keep our own light strong." Suddenly, a young boy shouted, "Look, the moons are touching." Everyone looked up and gasped. A thin cloud made it look like the 2 moons were touching low in the sky. It was a trick of the eyes. The village shouted with joy. Ifunanya's group, caught in the excitement, raised their torches high and cheered, waving them around. The fast movement and the already weak torches were too much. One by one, with a sad psst sound, their torches went out. Thick, ugly smoke rose from them. Just then, the cloud moved. The moons were still apart. The cheering stopped. Everyone was silent. It was an awkward and terrible silence. Ifunanya stared at her dead torch in shock. Her friends did the same. They understood they had failed. "Chidera," Ifunanya's voice was a scared beg. "Your light. You have to share. We can't be left in the dark." Chidera's heart felt heavy for her cousin, but she looked at her small container of special oil. It was just enough for 4 torches to last all night, but not for more. To share would mean everyone would fail. She said the most difficult choice. "I cannot, Ifunanya. This light is not mine to give. It belongs to the ceremony. You must find your own. Run, go to Inemiri's hut. She keeps a special jar of oil for big problems. Hurry." It was their only chance. Feeling shame and a little hope, Ifunanya and her 5 friends turned and ran into the darkness toward the oracle's hut on the other side of the village. Chidera, Amara, Nkechi, and Ebele stood strong. Their 4 torches made a small, brief circle of steady light in the huge, quiet night. A long time passed. The village watched, not happy anymore, but serious. They were seeing an old, important lesson happen. Ifunanya's group found Inemiri's hut, but the old oracle was gone. They felt around in the darkness and found a small jar of special oil. Their hands shook as they tried to pour it into their torches. The dirty mix that Kalu had put inside made it hard for them to light it. They were messy, in a panic, and slow. High above, the moons finally truly met. Their light became one single bright silver beam that shot down and hit the top of Udu Mountain. At that exact moment, Oracle Inemiri, who had been sitting very still, stood up. Her eyes were solid white. She did not need a path lit. She started to walk, pulled by the moon's light. The procession had to follow her right now. Light the way, Elder Dike commanded. Chidera and her three friends walked right next to the oracle, their torches burning pure and bright, lightening the path she walked without seeing. The vision was happening and they were protecting it. Ifunanya and her group heard the drum start again, this time with a fast holy beat. They finally got their torches lit and ran back, their hearts beating fast with hope and fear. They arrived just in time to see the last of the villagers walking into the sacred forest. Following Chidera's light, the big wooden gates of the forest, carved with faces of ancestors, were closing. "Wait, we are here!" Ifunanya cried, running forward. The gatekeeper, a serious elder, blocked the way. He looked at their torches, which now had a good flame, but he also saw the fear in their eyes, the smeared body hearts, the tears on their faces. He saw that they had the light, but they had missed the important time. "The vision has started," he said, his voice not mean but very firm. "The door to the spirit world is only open to those who were ready to walk through at the night time. To open it now would break the peace. The ceremony cannot be stopped." The sound from the forest was not singing. It was a deep, quiet hymn, the sound of everything in the world. They could feel the power coming from the trees. They had not just missed a party, they had missed a miracle. They stood outside, their nicely burning torches now pointless, only showing their own deep sadness. They listened to the hymn of everything from which they were shut out. The story does not end with them being bad people. The village found out about what Kalu did. He was sent away from the community for being so petty. This was a very bad punishment for someone who needs his village. If Unaya's group had to live with their mistake, they had to spend a year helping in Emiri, learning about patience, preparation, and the quiet strength that Chidera had. They learned that the big feelings without a strong base are like fire without oil. Chidera was honored, but she was sad without her cousin. Winnie did not feel good alone. The true happy ending came when she went to Ifunanya, not to say I was right, but to say next time we will get ready together. I will show you what I know.